a new, bigger system in your car, but you don't have enough power? Well, today, come here. We're gonna put more power in a car that has a battery with a bigger battery, smaller battery for the battery that's already in the car. So stay tuned.
Got back from
Sema. All right, so while I was gone, and we're waiting on something really special for this car. It's really, really special. But while I was gone, the guys kind of got a little bit of wiring done. But you guys don't care about that. You guys care about fab. So we're gonna make stuff. We're gonna make stuff in this video, like all the other videos. What we're gonna do today is this car is a 16-volt vehicle. And that being said, this car, if we want to make our amplifiers actually work in this car and not explode, we need to give it a 14-volt battery. We need to like take this 16-volt and knock it down, right? So what we're gonna do today is add a battery from Metra. This is a Shurkin lithium series battery. It has to be lithium because we can't really charge this kind of like super high. So we're gonna make a box and a mounting plate for this guy to go right here, right? And we're gonna shove it back as far as we can so that we can get to, there'll be bolts that lock it in, and then there'll be, you know, a beauty panel that comes around here. So, but today we're gonna concentrate on what we need to do to make this whole contraption look awesome and have a place for this battery so it's not just going any old place. So we're gonna start doing that right now. All right, first things first, I know that we want to build a enclosure for this, and how we're gonna do it is we're gonna do it the fastest, easiest way I know how, and we're gonna take a piece of PVC, and the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna build a base, and that base will have walls that go on the base, right? So that this thing can go in the car on the base. We can make a front cover piece we'll make out of acrylic so that it locks the battery in so the battery can't go anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right? So we don't want the battery flying around, do we? No. So first thing we're gonna do is make the case for the battery, right? So we're gonna do that now. We're gonna take our battery, and this is how you get the best measurement ever, is by measuring the battery. So we got our first cut done, right? Now what we need to do is we need to space this out because we want the battery to sit inside this box. We don't want the box to kind of whatever. So the next thing we need to do is we need to space the sides so that we have enough space to actually make a mount for this battery. So to do that, to make a mount like that, we will take 2 pieces of scrap that are the thickness of what we're going to do, and we will stick them over here like so. See that? So now we know we don't have to do any math. I'm lazy doing math. So do this. This guy. See our mark we have right there?
Yep.
Mark that guy. And I'll mark this guy also. Right, and you notice we'll have some space on either side of this as well. Let's see. We'll do the same thing that we did over here. So this guy will go like so. And our other side can fit. Look at that. Look at that, Gary. It's just special. Special. So it's all starting to come together very, very quickly. Now, here's the trick. We need to make these two sides. How the fuck are we gonna do that, Gary? We'll take the battery. We're gonna stick it in here like this.
Same way as before?
Same way as we did before. So now we just need to get a universal height, right? The universal height. Now, I'm gonna make the universal height to be right at this level right here. Right here at this level. So, now this guy lines up with this. And this is really important, guys. I'm gonna tell you why it's really important that these two line up once we get them together. Because this is gonna be how we keep this in the car without moving around. So, and it's gotta be kind of perfect. So let's do this the right way. In the car, we're gonna screw all these things together, and there'll be a cap. Once we screw them all together, there'll be a cap that keeps all of this together, right? And we'll make that cap so that we'll have a piece that comes around like a U, like this, on the top, on the bottom, and then we'll have a bottom piece where this whole assembly will bolt to the car. So let's get it going. I got my measuring guide, thing to measure, and we're going to. So our first measurement is 8.7 and 110. That's this way. And then going this way, outer diameter. Outer diameter. Going this way, outer diameter. $74.65. And I want it to be exact because I want it to look like fucking professional did it, right? Now this part is where we're actually gonna need it to be super duper great. Inside dimension, top to bottom. Inside this way is 55.7465. Okay, and wait, we're going this way now. Okay, and inner diameter is 7.5160. Now, we're gonna put these in the laser, and we're gonna actually put this piece of white acrylic in the laser. And this white acrylic is going to be the cover for this. We're gonna make flanges that come off of this, that this piece will bolt onto, so that when we make all of our cover pieces, you're not gonna see all the pieces. It'll make the battery look like it's kind of floating by itself. So let's do that now. So now it's our battery cover. right, so now we can see our piece. Let's go see if it fits. Oh, look at that.
Test fit.
Test fit.
Perfect.
Perfect. Now, what we need to do is we need to make another piece that's a cover piece for this, because just in case you got something in the car that's rolling around, you don't want to accidentally short out these two guys. So the battery mount, let me just show you how it's going to go. Okay, you got your battery mount like this, and this guy's going to sit up here like this. Gary, why you judge me all the time, dude? You're a judger.
I haven't said anything.
You're a judger of me because I made a mistake, and now I fixed my mistake. Now you don't want to say anything. Oh, Adam made a mistake, but I'm not going to say anything because.
I'm just here.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I feel like you're like all in the videos.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you're like all in the videos.
What do you mean I'm all in the video?
Why are you in all my videos?
I am the man behind the camera.
Well, Gary, I feel kind of a certain way about that. Making me feel uncomfortable. Some days.
Okay.
All right, guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our battery mounts like so. And see this bottom part here that has like a longer lip? The reason we have a longer lip there is because there's going to be a piece of 3/4 plastic that runs the bottom, and that's how the battery's going to mount in the car. So this is going to run at the bottom. Come closer. It's kind of like that guy on Facebook. You know what I'm talking about? He starts talking, and he's like, hey, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then come closer. You're going to put a video of him right here. So you check out that guy. He's funny. So that bottom mount is going to be where on this bar here. So basically these two mounting points right here that we have, we're gonna make that battery sit in this area right here. That whole assembly, once we put it together, will sit back in here. It'll be screwed and glued together. It'll be a big plastic chamber with the front piece. Not only that front piece, we're gonna have a protector that goes on the front. So you can see the battery, you're gonna see the little custom touches we're gonna actually do to the battery, and then we're gonna put all that behind this area here. Like everything should, we're shooting for it to be a little bit behind, or it can come a little bit further, but we're just gonna have to build more stuff to kind of encase it. But that's where everything's gonna go on this side. So we can kind of highlight the battery in a Tesla. All right, so I routed the edges all together so that it looks like one big piece. See that? Looks like it's one piece. It's all glued. So the battery goes in here like so. Let's
test fit.
Test fit. Boom, boom, just like that. We got our cap that goes on top like so. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna build another piece that will bolt on to the bottom of this. So you're gonna have essentially a part that looks like this that goes on here, right? That's gonna bring this whole battery piece up like this. That way the whole battery has a place to go. Like that. Does that make sense there, Gary?
Makes sense.
So it's gonna be super cool. And we're gonna like finish it all, so it all looks like it's supposed to be there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make a little flange for this. Once this goes in here, this flange will sit right perfect on here. You see that? And we'll have our part that will lock into this. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So the first thing we have to do is kind of figure out how much room we have. We're gonna do some cowboy shit here, guys. And this cowboy shit is going to be, it's gonna be a little bit scary, guys. It's gonna be a little bit scary. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's gonna be scary because I have to get this right. Kinda gotta get this right. And if I don't get it right, then our part's kind of ruined. In our box.
With that being said, it's a good time to show our sponsor, Mobile Solutions.
Yes, our guys at Mobile Solutions is where we get all this stuff. And I love them. I love them so much. All right, so we got our first part on. Now we got to place our second part on. And we do that by placing our piece on like so. And what we're going to do is we're going to put holes where our screws are going to go. They're going to be nut certs. Where everything goes except for right here, because we don't really have the real estate right there. We have real estate on either side of this to mount holes, but here is going to be a plaque on the bottom here that will call that the cleanup pass. So you see now we're getting kind of this thing to look more like it's a manufactured part. So it's all dusty now, but let's get it all taken apart. Big section of it like this needs to be cleaned up. I'll clean it up in a second here. But what will happen is our battery will go in like so, and we'll have our retaining guy that goes like so, and it'll hold the battery in its place, so it won't go anywhere, just like that. What do you think, Gary?
Looks good. That looks good.
Looks like maybe a professional did it.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
there's another element to this that we have to do, and that is the cover that goes on top of all of this. And that's just, we're just going to be a clear piece that goes on the laser that'll come here. But the next part we have to do now is we have to mount this in the car. And the way it's going to mount is on the side here, like this, right? So we're going to, it'll come up a little bit like so, and mount exactly to this side of the car. We're gonna get it up as high as we can, which will probably be like this, like so, to get it high and back, as far up and back as we can get it, like so. So it's gonna look really fucking cool going in there with the white acrylic and all the other pieces that go around it. And this shuriken thing that's on the front here will actually change to something else. And like I said, this is so that the battery, once it's in here, it will be mounted. It won't be able to go anyplace. And we have nice lightweight battery, like lightweight battery mount, and all of it's plastic and it's completely reversible. So this car will go right back to factory. So let's work on the bottom part. Now we have this, we don't need the battery and the actual mount to figure out where it's gonna go, because we'll have, again, we can make and put our pieces in here that will simulate where the actual battery goes. Like so. And these will be threaded inserts, guys, because the likelihood of this battery coming in and out over the life of this car is probably higher than what you would believe. So we want to make sure that when it comes in, it comes out, it goes back in the same exact spot. So we're gonna get this guy over here so we can figure out where we're gonna go. I think I'm gonna try to be like an inch high, something like that, somewhere in this realm of height, just so it's kind of out of the way. Or maybe we can go over and up like this. Basically, we want enough room so that our floor, when it comes over here, it doesn't make this space look odd, right? So we're gonna have to push this almost exactly to where we are right here. And that means we're probably gonna have to build a little bit of a cantilever system that goes and puts this battery up this high and supports it this way. So we're gonna have to have arms that come out on the sides here that meets a piece that come here on both sides. So it comes down here like so, and the battery will have a nice sturdy place to be. So the piece that we have will go all the way back. These pieces will come down on either side and mount the battery. And then we'll have a mounting plate. We'll probably have this as a mounting plate and this as a mounting plate, and we'll put nut certs there so that this can't physically go anywhere. We may even go a little bit further over just so we have some stability. So first things first, let's get this piece made. We'll measure this bar out. We'll put some nut certs in each of these guys. It's probably going to be the best case scenario. It's going to be these two guys to hold the whole shooting match. And then we'll make mounts, like I said, that come out off of this into this, that'll screw all this together. So this whole assembly will be up and high again, so that our floor comes over and it covers, and you can have all this room for all the stuff. We can address all the distribution on top. We can do all that stuff right here, and all the stuff will bolt in one shot. So here we go. I think I'm gonna play the lotto today. Not even the lottery, I'll play the lotto, because I don't have luck, Gary. You know that? I don't have luck. Have any luck whatsoever. But what I have are nut certs. And what these nut certs are going to do for us is magical. Absolutely pure magic. And what I've noticed are these are some M6 quarter M6. And look at this. They fit right in there. So that means we don't have to make anything new in this car to make these fit. We're basically going to take these nut certs and apply them into these two factory holes, so that now we can bolt things to this car, i.e. our battery thingy here, so that it won't move. So we got two good spots to put the battery thingy. So we'll put our nut cert machine to work, and then we will build ourselves a badass battery mount for this guy. And then we're going to make a mount, and that mount is going to come here and come around this way. The reason that we want to do that, we just want some more stability, and we just want to make sure it's flat whenever we're making our piece. So that's what we're going to start with now. We got a piece that's going to go here, like so. Now, I wanted to put another piece this way, and the reason is I want to make sure that this is straight. So I'm going to go ahead and glue and attach a piece on the front side, so when we make this measurement, we have a straight piece. So let's just do that real quick.
Too early.
Too early. Too soon, Junior. Speaking of that, we need to do some more S2000 content, huh? What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, my S2000 is going to be in a little local thing.
The local thing?
Yeah, a little local thing. And I'm not done the amp rack yet. Maybe we give everybody a treat. We do my carbon fiber aluminum amp rack sub box for another episode. Yeah, we got a lot of content coming, guys. There's some cool stuff coming, and I'm talking about cool stuff. Cool stuff. All right, so now we have this thing that we made. it's all put together. It looks nice and pretty. And we're just gonna put this in here where we think that it will fit. Now you see we have a little interference here with this part right here. So we're gonna have to come back and cut an angle into this, right? Just like that. So this, I wanted this to come all the way over to the side there. So we'll do that real quick. All right, look at that. Now that fits exactly as intended. You see that, Gary?
Yep.
Fits
Perfect.
exactly as intended. From the top there. You see that, Gary? You see the bolts right through there?
Yep.
Do you see a problem with that?
Nope.
I do. You know what the problem is?
What's the problem?
The bolt is gonna need a big giant washer on here, right? So we're also gonna wanna countersink the bolt so that our piece can sit on there nice and firm. So what we're going to do, we're gonna go to our hardware. We're gonna find us a giant washer. Giant washer, not giant washer, will sit here and here, and we'll get it. Dip these guys down. Sit down in. So basically, we have these two washers. And we're also probably going to put one more nutsert in, just because it'd be nice, I think, to have more than one. And we're just hand tightening now because we don't want to go get a tool, because that'd be like too much work.
Okay.
Just saying. No. Let me go get a tool, because it's gonna be better. See, we're in there nice and snug. See that?
Nice.
Shake the whole car. Okay. So now we got that, and now the next thing we need to figure out is how we want the rest of this to attach. Now so far, you'll notice we didn't really use screws anywhere, because we're just gonna jam screws all around this guy once we're all finished. So the first thing we need to figure out is where our top point is going to be, right? So how far up can we actually take this? And I think this is about as high as we want to go, like this. So I need to make a piece that rests in here, this area here, and then it will rest the top of the lip of this guy here. We still just need to be able to get to this bolt. We also want to make sure that we're nice and even, right? And we're still going to want to make room for all of our wiring, because we're going to have wiring coming in this way, probably come back out and go up to the amp rack area up there. So we're just going to build a very intricate, intricate piece that's going to screw together. So all right, so we got that. Now I can just mount the side pieces, and then we'll run screws in all this stuff so it's really strong and sturdy. Like, that's not very sturdy right there, right? So There we go. Still got a little bit more to do in the back as far as reinforcing. Just a little bit more reinforcing before we put all our screws in. Our battery will be in place. So are at the point where I used to work at a shop that whenever you had like some crazy contraption that you're building, they would call it a fish tank. This, my friend.
Is that what that means?
Well, we used to call it a fish tank.
Is it?
Yeah, because some, people get artsy in fish tanks. Yeah. Whatever's like that. So, but we're going to get those started. That, and then get this guy going like this. And you know what? I'm tired of lifting this battery that doesn't weigh anything.
So that concludes today's episode. On
Yes, because I'm going home. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I've had enough of this fucking battery in a car that has a giant fucking battery in it. Why the fuck do I have to put a battery in a car that has a battery? It's fucking stupid. Anyway, next time. Oh, you're doing it again.
See, look, you had something. You have more to say. I told you.
No, I was gonna tell you something.